see. It's too bright. Maybe? No? Not bright enough? Hi everyone. Okay, I'm gonna wait a little bit to see if anybody shows up. If not, I'm gonna go ahead and start talking tea. And what the hell is holding you back? Okay. Let's see how this goes. I started mellow today, which is interesting because the tea that I want to talk to you about, which is the one that I'm having, I chose precisely because it's a high energy tea. And it's a tea mostly consumed amongst people that speak Spanish. Así que es de mi cultura, almost, maybe. It's a herbal tea, but it's a caffeinated herbal tea. Okay, I'm talking about yerba mate. Yerba mate is a very popular drink in South America, and it comes from a South American shrub. It's highly caffeinated, and it's bitter until you mix it with wonderful orange and cinnamon. That's what I'm having today, cinnamon orange yerba mate. And it's great. It's a great drink for social activities, but mostly to keep you pumped. Okay, and that is why I chose it today. Because today is going to be a sweet and short video, and I'm going to tackle things that I'm really passionate about because are things that I work on every single day with myself and with my clients. So let's get started. Whew, it's hot still. Oh, another important thing about yerba mate is one of the teas that brews for the longest. If you see it here in my timer, I can't see it here. It brews for 5.5 minutes. Okay, so it's the one that takes the longest to be ready. But it's an art. It gives you some time to ponder life and to start a nice conversation. So I highly recommend that you drink some of this. And that was it for the tea of the day. Let's talk about what we're really into and what you're gonna tune in for. Okay? What's holding you back? I want you to ask yourself that question. What's holding you back? And as you ask yourself that question, I want you to observe your answers. So I asked this question for the past week to a lot of people. I went to my group Untamed Woman and I asked it, and I got a bunch of answers, and they were very different answers. So I had people that said that money was holding them back, that other people's opinion was holding them back, that circumstances were holding them back. Those are the people that see external circumstances as powerful enough to keep them away from what they want. Okay? But then there were people that were a little closer to the truth, and they said that what's holding them back is themselves and their lack of decision making, their fear of failure. And those are also ideas that we have created, constructs that we have created to have an excuse. Sorry to tell you, even if it's a very personal and internal reason, it's still an excuse. And this is why I want to talk to you about it. For the past 2 weeks, actually for the past 3 weeks, I've been analyzing myself and looking into, okay, so what's holding me back? Because we all have things that hold us back. We all have moments when we know we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing. We are not getting closer to what we want. And I want you to ask yourself that too. Every single day, when you choose to do the things that you choose to do, are those things getting you closer to where you want to be? There's only yes or no answer, but there's no right or wrong answer, okay? Whether those things are getting you closer or not, you're choosing to do them for a reason. And those are the things that I want to really tackle today, okay? When I talk about being held back or feeling stuck, I'm talking about the feeling of not moving forward, the feeling of not going towards something. That sensation that we have is like when somebody holds you, that typical idea of you're gonna get in a fight, you're gonna tackle your fears. Let's use that metaphor. You're gonna fight, and somebody's holding you back. You know those in those movies when the really not necessarily athletic guy is getting into a fight, but he doesn't really want to do it, and he tells his friends, "Don't hold me back," but then he whispers, "Please hold me back," type of thing. That's what I want you to picture as I talk. It is the type of things that you know are not allowing you to move forward and tackle your challenges, but that you're clinging onto. Okay? Those are the excuses. But those are not the real things that are holding you back. I want to talk about what's really underneath. What are the habits? What are the thought habits, the action habits that are holding you back from getting what you want? Okay? The first thing that I know that in the past used to hold me back, and when I forget about this, it still holds me back, it's a lack of vision. Okay? So what is a vision? A vision is an idea that you have in your mind. It's a manifestation of your personal mission, okay? We all have a mission. We all have this thing that we feel compelled to do. In my case, I feel compelled to help people. I want to allow people to be and achieve their greatest potential, whatever that looks like for them, whether they're men or female. And my vision is the way that mission manifests itself, okay? So let's say that your mission in life, like I'm going to use my best friend. Her mission in life is to communicate. Her mission is to help people in what I would say underprivileged, marginalized situations. Her gift is communication. Her vision is being an ambassador at the UN. That's what she sees herself as. And that is one powerful, mighty fucking vision. I mean, it is a type of thing that can scare the living crap out of you. But if it's big enough, if it's powerful enough, if you keep it at the top of your mind every time you do something, then that's what's going to move you forward rather than stop you. Some people think that visions are scary, and yes, they might be, but they also need to be motivating. But you choose which one of the two feelings you're going to leave with. Using my best friend's example, she's an excellent communicator, and she's communicated since I can remember. She has her own business in branding and entrepreneurship, and she's used her platforms to talk about those topics, but never to talk about the topics that she's really powerfully passionate about, you know? So when she shows to speak about this other things that she's really good at, but she's not passionate about, she wasn't moving forward. She wasn't remembering her vision. She wasn't thinking about herself at a podium at the UN talking about why women need to not be married when they're children. So if you do not have a powerful vision of yourself, and mind you, visions can change. I'm not saying that this is something that you need to be married to. But if you do not have a powerful vision, it's very hard for you to move forward because you don't really know where you're going. I mean, why are you doing the things that you're doing every day? Think about it. What is it that you want for yourself? So if you don't have one, get yourself a vision. Ask yourself, what is it that you want your life to look like in every single aspect? It doesn't really matter if it's professional. It doesn't really matter if it's health. Think about why you go to the gym, why you're not going to the gym. Are you thinking about pounds, or are you thinking about a healthy life, a healthy marriage, healthy children, being able to run with your dog? What is the vision that you're attaching to the actions that you know will get you closer to it? So that is the first thing. If you don't have a powerful enough vision, you will most likely not move forward. So that might be holding you back. The second thing that usually holds us back is not being willing to learn. Okay? I'm going to repeat this. The second thing that might be holding you back, aside from not having a powerful vision, imagine that you do have one, is not being willing to learn. You are on your way to attaining your vision. You know what it is. You're really clear on it. And you do something. You do one thing that's going to get you closer to it. And that thing bombs. It tanks. You don't get the result you want. It is horrible. It is the complete opposite of what you wanted. And rather than observing the whole picture and figuring out, what didn't I know before I did this that I now know that will help me move forward towards my vision? You decide that you're going to wail and feel that life is unfair, that you did everything that you could possibly do. And let me tell you something, that's fucking bullshit. If you're not where you want to be, you have not given your 100%. And you need to give your 100% every step of the way. It's not like I gave it now and then I give up. No. When you set your mind to something, you need to give your 100% every step of the way. And sometimes you're not going to give your 100%, but you need to get back on it. Because giving up once doesn't mean you need to stay there. So when we're not willing to learn the lessons that our actions and the results of our actions give us, we are not moving forward, because we're going to stay either in a loop doing the same stupid thing over and over again. And that's my example. When it came to relationships, I knew where I wanted my relationships to be, but I refused to learn the lesson of vulnerability. I refused to learn the lesson of letting people in. So I just kept doing the exact same thing over and over again. Being a bitch to people, walking around like this. It did not get me closer to the relationships that I wanted to have. It did not get me closer to the friendships that I wanted to have, the partnerships that I wanted to have. But I refused to learn. Okay? When you refuse to learn, when you're blind to the lesson is going to repeat itself over and over and over again until you learn it. Or until you're too miserable to do anything. And nobody wants to live like that. Okay, so that's the second thing that usually holds us back. And the third thing that holds us back is the complete refusal to exercise our willpower. We need to exercise our willpower. Willpower is a muscle. Okay, and yes, I have to do this now because I feel like it. Willpower is a muscle. Willpower is the difference between getting what you want or giving up 2 inches from it. Committing to finishing everything you start, that is willpower. And you know what ignites willpower besides a powerful vision and besides learning your lessons? Asking yourself, am I worth it? I've been struggling a lot for the past 3 weeks with concentration, focusing on meditation. Meditation comes really, really hard to me because my brain usually goes really, really fast. But I'm committed to meditate because I understand the value of meditation in my life to get to my final goal, to get to my vision. So now every time I set that timer to 10 minutes, even though I want to freaking bail from my meditation cushion, I have to ask myself, am I worth 10 minutes of my life? When you're closer to going to the gym, but you're like, maybe, no, yeah, whatever. You have to ask yourself, am I worth an hour of my life? Think about what you spend your time in. Think about the places, the things that you give your energy to. And ask yourself if it's getting closer to where you want to be. Is it yes or no? And if the answer is no, it's what are you going to do about it? Exercising your willpower is a surefire way to get what you want. It's not about money, it's about your reaction to money, what you do about it. It's about complaining or it's about really going after the mullah. It's not about what other people think, because what other people think will not have an effect in your vision if you don't let it have it. You need to move forward, power through, do the things. Willpower is what's going to get you to the other side of fear. Doing the things even when you're scared. Doing the hard things even when you're fidgety. Willpower, concentration, your attention is going to make the difference in what you attain and do not attain in your life. So to summarize it, you might be missing 1, 2, or all 3 of these things. If you do not have a powerful vision, a vision that's going to get you through anything that you have to face, you're lacking the fuel. If you do not have the willingness to learn, you're lacking the map to get there. If you lack willpower, the exercise of willpower, you're not even starting the stupid car. So my invitation to you is, create your vision, learn from your mistakes, And don't give up until you're on the other side, or until you change your mind and think, hey, maybe this is not what I want. But make sure that it's a decision made of consciousness and not giving up. Well, that's it for today, peeps. Just a reminder, there's a summit starting this month, February 27th. There's a link in my Facebook page, and you can go to anniepwoods.com/authenticity is power and sign up. I have 21 of the leading experts in success, empowerment, and authenticity in that interview series, and you get access to all of them and a bunch of free gifts. Remember that our tea was orange cinnamon mate, and that is a great drink to have with friends instead of coffee if you, like me, do not like the taste of coffee. Everyone, keep it real. Have a great day.